get yourself.
Hi, my name is Amy Newman. I will be talking to you about the Amber Alert system. To most individuals, especially caregivers, nothing is as frightening as hearing the words missing child. According to www.amberalert.gov, there have been 728 successful recoveries since the Amber Alert began in 1996. Many of you have probably heard of the Amber Alert system, but don't know exactly how it got started or what it is. How did the Amber Alert system begin? What can you do if your child is abducted to get an Amber Alert in place? I will be explaining how a little girl named Amber was the reason the Amber Alert was started, and what needs to happen in order to have an Amber Alert broadcasted. First, you need to know how the Amber Alert got started. AMBER stands for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response. In 1996, a 9-year-old girl, Amber Hagerman, was kidnapped while riding her bicycle in Arlington, Texas, and then she was murdered. And the Amber Alert system began in Dallas-Fort Worth when broadcasters teamed with local police to develop early warning systems to help find abducted children. In 2005, the Amber Alert system went nationwide as every state began setting up their own Amber Alert plan. Every successful Amber Alert plan contains defined activation criteria. For an Amber Alert to be effective in recovering a missing child, the law enforcement agency must have enough information to believe that an immediate broadcast to the public will enhance the efforts of law enforcement to locate the child and apprehend the suspect. Law enforcement has to confirm an abduction, risk of serious bodily injury or death to the child, a sufficient descriptive information has to be provided, and the age of the child has to be younger than 17 years old. After receiving these things, the law enforcement immediately enters the Amber Alert data into the National Crime Information Center system. Now you are probably wondering what the government's role in the Amber Alert system is. According to the Journal of Juvenile Law, the PROTECT Act of 2003 was passed by Congress and signed by President Bush in April of 2003. It formally establishes the federal government's role in the Amber Alert system. This act also explains what the penalty is for a person who abducts a child. The minimum prison sentence is 20 years. The PROTECT Act gives more discretion to judges to determine the persons accused of certain crimes against children are deserving of longer penalty, but it does not allow the judges to shorten the prison sentence. A couple of success stories are a wanted rapist abducted two girls and was captured when a local animal control officer who saw the vehicle broadcast over the Amber Alert system and notified the local police authorities. The two girls were rescued and brought to safety via the Amber Alert. Law enforcement officers feared they were only minutes away from being killed by the abductor. The Amber Alert also led to the rescue of 10-year-old Nicole Timmons after she was abducted by the babysitter and taken from California to Nevada. A driver in Nevada recognized the vehicle from the Amber Alert system, which led to the swift rescue of Nicole by law enforcement agencies. Many other children have benefited from the Amber Alert system, and the government is very hopeful that the nationwide Amber Alert will result in numerous success stories. Lastly, what is society's role in Amber Alerts? More eyes are better. According to the Journal of Psychiatric Law, the key to recovery of abducted children is the ability of the Amber Plan to swiftly mobilize various agencies and allies upon notice that a child with all the criteria is reported missing. In order for the rest of the nation to be able to look for descriptions, law enforcement has to react quickly. They have to get the information into the system as fast as possible. Public safety is achieved through the sharing of information and education. A news broadcaster supply information, identifying information on a fleeing abductor and encourages the public to call if they cite any of the descriptions. It is important for the public to pay close attention to the details in Amber Alerts, even if they're not in your state, so that you can call the police if you cite any of the descriptions to the person or the vehicle. Now that you know how the Amber Alert got started, what the criteria is for an Amber Alert to be placed, the government's role in the Amber Alert system, and what you can do to help if an Amber Alert is placed. After this, I hope you are able to react quickly and responsibly if there is an Amber Alert issued. Thank you.
Thumbs up. Good job, Amy.